Hey, FC100 here. You're probably wondering why I have this kind of ridiculous headband on my head. Well, it happens to symbolize that I am going to be doing something for you today. Now, you already know the series Mortal Kombat, right? You also know the series Street Fighter. Well, those would happen to be my two favoriteest fighting series ever in a video game console, or in any video games. But I'd like to tell you a small story. It's when they first released Mortal Kombat, no one knew what the game was going to involve. Well, during the posters, they thought that this game was for children. I mean, look at the poster on Wikipedia. It has 8-year-olds playing the game. And right now, Mortal Kombat is an R-rated kind of thing. Like, what was the M rating system for mature 17-year-olds and up. But back then, no one knew, and there wasn't even that kind of rating system yet. Seriously, no, not at all. Back then, parents just suggested that video games were meant for kids and not much for adults. Well, when they played Mortal Kombat, ho ho, now that's something to suspect. Parents were also upset that this game had a kind of realistic characters and also blood and violence and gore for trying to rip out an enemy's heart, decapitate their head. Like, that was some sick stuff. And really, this is going to get serious right now, because now I'm about to be doing some stuff involving Mortal Kombat. And it's something I like to call Mortal Kombat Month. Cue the awesome intro. Wasn't that awesome? I can tell you that. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a whole month involving Mortal Kombat, and the first game I like to do is probably the first game, Mortal Kombat, but on the Super Nintendo. Now you're probably wondering, since you already saw the Super Nintendo one, seriously, what about the plug and play? Well, plug and play. Yeah, I already did a review on that on one of my first videos I've made on YouTube. So, I'm going to do it for the Super Nintendo. But stop right there. Yeah, you're probably saying, you're going to use the Retron 3, right? Well, people have been waiting for this. I even heard some people telling me that I have to do it, and I did it. Yes, that's right. I'm using a real Super Nintendo this time, not a cheap third-party console. Okay, so you want to see some Mortal Kombat with real action? Well, it's not in this game. You see, Nintendo wasn't very satisfied with the violence of the Mortal Kombat arcade, so they changed the fatalities, and also the blood is not there. Well, it is there, but they changed it gray to make it look like dust. And it's really disappointing for that point. But if you still want to see some real action, guess what? I also got Mortal Kombat 2 for the Super Nintendo. It was pretty impressive just to get this one. But okay. I'll be reviewing both of these games for this video, and I'm going to do some awesome other Mortal Kombat related stuff this month. Okay, let's begin with Mortal Kombat 1 on the Super Nintendo. Okay, now we'll start the Mortal Kombat on Super Nintendo. Goro, get off the screen. Okay, developed by Sculpture Software. Okay, so since I got my butt kicked last time because of its difficulty on the plug and play, I'm going to try to ease out, the game. I won't go too easy, so you have to give me a chance at least. Now let's begin. Now, as you can see, my favorite character in the whole game is officially Liu Kang, who at this point tried to take the image of Bruce Lee. Now, unlike the plug and play and the original arcade, it's kind of, have a difficulty with some of the characters. Last time when I played in the game, I completely just, ended up kicking people all over the place and not even bare to punch. You can understand that through some of my videos. But seriously, check out my last video. I barely moved a muscle. Okay, time to finish this chick. There should be blood splatting everywhere, but unlike the original arcade, Nintendo made huge changes, which ended up being a little bit disappointed, but I don't feel that bad about it. It still has the action scenes, and also there is an issue. Unlike Street Fighter, where you can pause the game in the middle of the fight, Mortal Kombat officially took that out, and now you're gonna have to wait until you head to the main menu where all the characters you have to fight in the game, and guess what? That's the point where you can pause. Okay, let me beat this stupid Sub-Zero. Oh gosh, he freezed me. Ah! He gives the meaning of the term cold shoulder. Oh gosh. No. Ah, man, are you kidding me? Oh, and also the graphics. Not as impressive as the plug and play or the arcade, but it's a little bit excusable because of its awesome greatness of the Super Nintendo. It seems that the only finishing move that Liu Kang is that ridiculous hurricane something. I'm not sure. Okay, so who's my next opponent? Oh, and here's the pause feature. Yeah. Cartwheel. Oh, and also, Scorpion completely does what he wants. When he's on easy mode, all he wants to do is just catch you with his "get over here" or "come over here." And also, how did they know that the characters were going to be in the game or in the tournament if they created statues of them? It's pretty confusing, right? But still, it's excusable. Oh, and this is where you get to test your might. All you have to do is hold on to the, to the punch buttons and try to go up. And I just broke that wood into pieces. Feel me. Okay, now I'm going to probably skip ahead. Okay then, now let's get on to the final rounds. And let's see what the first one is. Oh, now I got it. Now it's real serious. But not too serious. Goro happens to be the same thing as it ascribed to him as in the plug and play, even in the very difficult mode. He happens to be noticed as East Cheese. All you have to do is jump back and kick each time. He won't get you too much, but, what? I think that was just a mistake. I think that was a glitch. Well, you see, his very gigantic jump move that he had in the game, he doesn't use it most often like in the arcade. In the arcade, that's where he has the advantage, and he happens to be much more bigger in the arcade. That's when you really need some help. And guess what? Just keep rinsing and repeating this same move, and you will happen to beat Goro. Well, he is kind of hard when you're facing him in hard mode, but that's what it is. It's related to the arcade, but not the kind of same experience you're expecting. Okay, now the big final guy, Shang Tsung. Oh, first, I gotta break the stone. Oh, I can't do it. Now, Shang Tsung. Now, Shang Tsung, it's kind of hard to say his name. Shang Tsung, without the T. He mimics every single character now. And also, when he turns into Shang Tsung, he has his big fireballs coming at you. Just do the same kind of process and see if you can try to knock him out. He always assumes to go to Goro, one tough character, right? He's not tough. Neither is Raiden now. He's bad at playing as Raiden. So Shang Tsung, he doesn't keep his original form, which is pretty weird. Why would he go through all the trouble in being the other characters that I've already beaten in the whole game? Why couldn't they make him to be himself? Seriously, I would love to see if you have enough fighting skill or something. So I keep doing the same process, and that ends up beating him. And you get this dramatic, awesome ending. Outstanding. Me, FC100, you have defeated Shang Tsung. You are the supreme Mortal Kombat warrior. It's completely like the same ending in the arcade, except there is a minor difference. It doesn't have the picture cutscenes and the text. All they have is the character in front of the screen, and the text come like credits. After defeating Goro and putting an end to Shang Tsung's rule over the tournament, Kang is able to return to the contest to his rightful home, the Shaolin Temples. Kang's heroic will always be remembered. He will continue the tradition of the Shaolin Temple, restore the true pride and respect of this once great tournament. Wow, that was a long read. You're going to have to be a fast reader to read that. And no, they don't show the other characters either. So, it's not too much like the game, and it's pretty disappointing that we don't get to do that. But it's still one great game. And that's why we have to do this. Okay, now let's continue to the next one. Okay, Masters of Real Action with awesome Mortal Kombat 2. Acclaim Sculpture softwares. Oh, that is a serious intro. With all the dark clouds and electricity, this is a major improvement to the Genesis version. It doesn't give... yeah. And it still has this wacky kind of artwork that in most Mortal Kombat games I don't think you're going to find. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to go very easy because you see, Mortal Kombat 2 happens to be the most hardest one that I can never be able to beat so easy. Barely Mortal Kombat 3. As always, I would like to pick Liu Kang, but I'm going to pick someone different. Okay, how about Kung Lao? Yeah, he's an awesome character. And just to tell you the truth, I have beaten this game twice, but only on the Game Gear and also on the Genesis version once. But I could never get through this without... I can't even get through the Super Nintendo version, not even on the very easy mode. It's completely impossible.
Your father being it for you.
Thank you. Seriously. I get my butt kicked just to play this game. And the special moves, they're kind of hard just to imagine. Okay, I'm gonna beat you, you slicing butthead. Now, I'm not gonna say much about this game since I've already did a review on this on my Genesis. But there are some improvements, like the blood is better, the skills are better, but some of the moves happen to be very tricky to pull off. Unlike the first game, which they have simple kinds of ways to do the special moves, this one kind of is a little harder. There are many combos and combinations, and also they can, in a millisecond, you'll be upset when you get beaten up over and over and over and over again. And that's a hard thing to deal with. And the game controls is pretty okay, pretty fine. But sometimes I find them very stiffed. Like when you punch down, you're doing the uppercut. You sometimes have to press down really hard just to do that. And also the special moves. I'm trying to throw the hat. I know how to do it, but it seems that sometimes it cannot work. It's left, right, and pressing a punch button, but it's gonna be hard just to do that. And also, you know in the first game where you can uppercut an enemy simply and they'll fall in the pit? Well, guess what? On this one, you're gonna have to pull off a special kind of trick just to make your enemy fall all the way to the pit. Oh, and sometimes the laughs creep you out. But I'm doing my best here, and I'm not gonna try to give up. I will tell you, I won't be going so far. I won't be going all the way to the end, because getting there is another story. Okay? Come on, do the move, do the move. Oh, okay, I had enough here. Well, whew, that was kind of freaky. Okay, so you already saw what Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat 2 can do. You probably already seen the one on that I also have a Genesis. Wow, I have 2 different versions of Mortal Kombat 2 in my game collection. But it's pretty cool to own. Now, if I suggested if you wanted to have a home version of Mortal Kombat in your house, I suggest these 2 games, Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2. The better versions happen to be with the Super Nintendo, if you have one, or in the Xbox 360. Seriously, if you want real action at least, without any problems, and playing Mortal Kombat portably, I suggest Mortal Kombat 3 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 on the DS. 3. Oh yeah, forgot that there's a 3rd game. Now you're going to say, okay, you're going to review the 3rd game. But not only the 3rd game, but its many, many, many ports. I'll see you next time. So let's finish this review. FC100 signing out. And see you next week, because now we're going to go through all the ports of Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Let's go!